This Wednesday on World Environment Day, the Ecolution Fashion Gala will be held for the 9th year.
It celebrates not only fashion, but sustainability, art, music, and dance, all with one show-stopping event.
Daisy Jade is at the Carnegie Museum Music Hall with the new curator for the event to give us a sneak peek at what's in store. Daisy, we love the concept, but we hear that there's something really unique planned for this year.
There really is. And bonjour, David and Heather. It's great being back. But the reason why we are in this, specifically in the music hall, there is actually a connection to Ecolution for this year. And we're going to have the man himself, Emilio from Azazi Salon, Spa, and Blowout Bar. I know that's, sorry, a tongue twister there. But you are one of the co-founders of this event. It's in its 9th year. So tell us what is going to be different this year.
Well, you know, as far as what's different, it's really about every year is different because we're taking and we're recreating. You know, it's inspiring sustainability. Ecolution was founded by actually Rhonda Zigarelli came to Richard, myself, and the late Deb Doherty. And it's hard to believe that 9 years ago this came as a conceptualization, and now Rhonda's is producing this event with the Green Voice, Duquesne Light, all the wonderful other sponsors that have been with us for this last 9 years. This year we're really excited because we have taken something from, as far as Ecolution, it's about sustainability and inspiring that. And so all the designers actually take different pieces and bring them together. One of the designers that we're featuring actually was our very own Brandy, who actually created this amazing piece last year, which she's actually wearing, which was the, this was made from color swatches, and it's an amazing jacket. Yes. And a little sneak preview of her piece today is something we called Mix and Mask.
I love that.
Took these masks and actually she brought it all together, creating little, just with 3 pieces: masks, paper safety pins, and threads. And how about that? Creating a dress out of that. We're inspiring sustainability through fashion. And again,
well, I know Brandy's not the only amazing person. We actually have Brian David here.
Yes, and you know, Richard Parsakian is also going to be getting the Model Citizen Award. Yes. And he was our original curator, and we're so proud and excited to present to you our Brian David, who is not only a designer here with amazing pieces that he created over the last year, but we're so excited to have him be our curator for this year. And I'd like to present you over to Brian at this time.
Well, Brian, we love seeing you because I know that you are one of the stars of the Ecolution Fashion Show. And this was one of your pieces last year, which blew people away because it's all pennies.
Yes. So this is what we affectionately call the penny dress. It's made from roughly $26 in pennies. That's roughly 10,420 some odd holes to be drilled. The dress weighs about 18 pounds.
Well, $26 would be a steal, but I feel like this is priceless because it is such like a work of art and just love and just really cool.
Yeah, thank you. The whole process took approximately 2 years to create. It was actually I actually quit this dress halfway through to do the encyclopedia dress, which was the dress the year before last year.
Yeah. We featured that on PTL.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
And I know if it's all right to kind of give a sneak peek about your project that you're going to be unveiling, has something to do with the renovation that happened here at the Music Hall.
Sure. So the Music Hall just recently went under its first renovation in, I believe, over 100 years. And part of that, they are boasting the new HVAC system in the theater, which now means it can be open all year round. But part of that renovation was also being compliant with handicapped accessible seating. So as that, they replaced all of the seats in the theater, and part of that replacement is that they were stripped down a lot for scrap metal, but also the fabric was stripped off of the back of the seats, donated to me, along with a bolt of repair fabric that I'm using to create my look for this year's show.
So basically, the look that you're going to have for this year's show is going to have some, like, basically vintage, you know, that audiences have been sitting in, but it's going to come to life in a brand new dress. How exciting. Thank you so much, Brian, Emilio.
Speaking of coming to life, that's one of the great things about these pieces. If you think about it, whatever you see around you, actually has new life. And it's amazing. Start thinking about pieces and things around you, and like they live in one way one time and then they take on a whole new form in another. And that's where hair, art, music, fashion, and everything comes together here.
Such a great inspiration, especially for all of you out there who may be budding fashion designers. Look around you. Fashion is everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so excited to be sharing this. And Ecolution is this Wednesday.
Yeah, well, and Daisy, we want to hear more about the fashion that you were rocking on your honeymoon. You're just back, and we know that you went to some of the biggest events in the world. So we wanted to talk to you just for a moment about some of your favorite memories that you made.
Yeah, well, it's so great to be back. And of course, I was in one of the fashion meccas. I was in Paris. We went to Milan. So basically, we went to Paris. We stopped down at the Cannes Film Festival, which was amazing because we got to see people like Kevin Costner. Demi Moore was there. We saw a movie on the beach. And then we went to Nice, Saint-Tropez. We went over to Monaco, where the Monaco Grand Prix, and we saw a historical moment where the first Monegasque winner of Charles Leclerc, he won. That was pretty exciting. And we went to a beautiful medieval town called Ez. We went to Antibes. Then we took a train up to Milan, and we went to Lake Como. And then, you know, we finally came back home. So we definitely hit up a lot of spots, but I think one of my favorites was the Cannes Film Festival because it was always a dream of mine. And Paris was the Monaco Grand Prix. So we both got to do something so exciting. And the wonderful part is we got to eat crepes and, you know, see fashion. We definitely spent a lot of money on fashion. But the best part is that Perry and I came back. We still love each other, which is amazing.
Yeah, of course you do.
Of course
yeah.
That's the best part.
You know what? The pictures are marvelous.
They
We're
are.
glad that you had a fabulous time. And I need to find out, I need pointers for
Oh, yeah.
Paris, because we're going to plot a Paris trip next year. So I'm going to be talking to you in Perry.
Oh, we definitely learned a lot, and I wish I would have, you know, did a lot more research, but I've got some tips for you. I'll
All
even
right.
put some on social. So, yeah, I got you, David.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, Daisy. Glad to have you back.
All right. Au revoir.